Hi, I'm Holiday Hev, and you're joining me as I spend 7 nights on board P&O Iona, cruising through the Norwegian Fjords and visiting the ports of Haugesund, Olden, Flom and Stavanger. In part 1 of my new Iona series, I'll be showing you my first 3 days on board this big ship, but first, it's time to head to the port.
You're joining me today at Ocean Terminal in Southampton. I'm going to be boarding that big beast of a ship, which is P&O Iona, and we're going for a trip for 7 nights to the Norwegian Fjords, and you're coming with me. Let's go! Okay, so we're through security and we've been to our muster station, and this is where we are right now. This is the atrium. So I think we're going to have a drink now, and then in probably about half an hour the cabin should be ready, so we can head off then and get rid of all our stuff. Right, let's see where our cabin is. We're looking at 12468. Haha! We literally haven't been in this yet, as you can see. Can't even get through the door. So this is our cabin. I'll be doing a full cabin tour later on, but this is our first step inside. So very nice. Looking forward to enjoying time on that balcony. So we've done the safety video and we've got all our stuff in the cabin, so we've come out for a look around. So this is the clubhouse. It's probably the only time it will be empty. Really good decor, I love it. So a very important find on board, the coffee shop Fistas on deck 6. I think we will be frequenting this quite a lot. And I've come up to the horizon to try some of the buffet. It's really manic in here, as you can imagine, on an embarkation day. So check out what I've chosen to eat. Bit of a mad selection of vegetable biryani, chips, cabbage, meat and salad. But you know when you just fancy all sorts of things, that's what it ends up looking like. Well, that was a tasty lunch. Now we're going to head on outside. This is deck 16. This is the infinity bar and the infinity pool. So let's go and have a look. I mean, look at that view off the back of the ship. Definitely be going in there one day. Wonder if it's warm or cold. Wow. So nice. Can't beat views on a cruise ship. So we've just been to the sail away party and we're back to our cabin now, and it's time to unpack. Well, for 2 people, we have got an incredible amount of luggage. How much luggage do you take for 7 nights? And just like that, we've unpacked. Time to have fun. So the cruise magnets are in place. These are brand new for this cruise. There's mine and there's Andy's. Shameless branding. And a little message board. I'm all dressed up now and it's our first night, so I'm off out to try and get something to eat. We haven't got anything booked tonight, so we're just going to join a virtual queue, preferably at Keel Cow if we can get in, if not in one of the main dining rooms. Let's see what the evening brings. So we've got a table booked at the Keel Cow. We've just been told our table's ready, so we're going to head there now and have some burgers and steak, I think. Ooh, what to have, what to have. I definitely feel like a steak tonight. So I went with an 8-ounce fillet steak, medium rare. Comes with chips, onion rings, and I think it's a roasted garlic and a mushroom. Looks pretty good, so I'm going to crack on with it. So we've headed over to the Sky Dome now on deck 16. There's a show on here called Spark. I'm not quite sure what it's about. It looks like it could be an aerial kind of show. Sky Dome looks pretty cool at night. I'm loving all the lights. So that show's very interesting. Lots of acrobatics with people in spandex and rather interesting swimming hats. But it was really good. Lots of spinning, lots of lasers, lots of smoke, colourful lights, great performances. All in all, it was really good actually. So that's it for day one, embarkation day. I've had a brilliant time and I can't wait for the next 7 days. So anyway, night for now. See you in the morning. Good morning. So it's day 2. We've had a bit of a lay-in and then just found out that we've lost an hour. So yeah, I feel a bit cheated. Off to the quays soon to try their breakfast. So today is a sea day. So we're really going to go around the ship and explore some of the areas that we haven't seen yet. Right, I think it's food time. So I've got myself a bowl of fruit and a banana muffin. So this is delicious, this banana muffin. It's like a little fluffy cloud of muffin. It's really soft and really moist and very banana-y. It's thumbs up. Right, so we're going to have a after breakfast walk around the deck 8. There's not many ships nowadays that have got a full wraparound promenade deck. So, whoa, it's a bit windy. Literally the door opened, I nearly got blown away then. Left. All right. I think we're going left. It's a lovely day today, but I do believe it's only about 17.5 degrees out there. So not really a sunbathing day today, more of an activity day. Oh look, I think we found the sunshine. It's at the back of the ship. Now this is a nice location. They call it the sunset bar, but today it's the sunshine bar. There's a couple of hot tubs. There's one on this side and there's one on the other side as well. Nice big bar. Great place to come sit for the wake views. Very nice. Just love all the seating and all the sunbeds all the way along the side so you can just check out the view, just sit there, read a book, have a sleep. Nice. Love all the little infinity hot tubs that are along the side. Hopefully we'll try one of these out at some point on this cruise. Wonder how warm they are. Oh, apparently they're not hot tubs, they're cold tubs. So these are the so-called controversial cabins. As people walk along deck 8, you can see right into some of the cabins. I mean, for somebody as short as me, I'll probably only see the top of their head. But obviously someone like Andy, he could have a good old shifty in there. I'm sure a lot of people like these cabins, they're probably very sociable. Let us know in the comments if you've stayed in one of these and what you think. We're now heading to the front of the ship. We'll be able to see what the captain sees. Just a little bit lower down. Now, as you can probably hear, this is seriously windy at the front of the ship today. I don't think I'll be doing any scenes out of Titanic. I'll go straight overboard. Just down below there that is the crew area. They've got their own pool. I'm not going to film it because I don't want their privacy. This side of the ship is not in the sun and is a little bit chilly. Not many people in the hot tub or on the sunbeds, as you can see. Cold beds, as Andy said. Quite steamy though, so potentially quite warm. And the bubbles are going. Andy's going in again to test the temperature of this one. Oh, he's liking it. He's looking happy. Would you go in there?
Yeah, I would go in there. Not like this.
And so we made it all the way around, back to where we started again. Back into the warmth now, I think. Oh, door nearly closed on me. Uh-oh, came in right next to the sweet shop. That's dangerous for me and Andy. So after that very strenuous walk, I think it's time for a nice coffee. So we've come to Fistas. We're just waiting to be served because you have to sit down and have a seat and then they come to you and take your order. Ah, hello cappuccino. God bless you. So we've headed up to deck 18. This is one bit we haven't looked at yet, so we're going to check out the beachcomber pool and bar. It's actually an adults only area. Although there's not many kids on this particular cruise anyway. This is obviously quite a peaceful area. Now, this is something I like to see. There's nothing more aggravating than people leaving stuff on sunbeds for hours, but not actually being on the sunbeds. Certainly quite a few hot tubs on this ship, as well as all the ones on deck 8. I've seen at least 2 so far on deck 18, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more. So I've headed right up to the highest point we can possibly get to on deck 19, kind of on top of the sky dome here as well. So check out the views. I love this view here, from the panorama pool right down to the infinity pool and out to the wake. Now, not that I'm a particularly sporty person, but we have to check out everywhere, right? So we're just going to head up to deck 19 now, to the sports arena, and see what they have to offer. There's goals, basketball hoops, somewhere to practice your golf. If you like a bit of shuffleboard, this is the place to come. I think we'll have a go on this at some point. And a couple of table tennis tables. Right, I think it's cheeky cocktail time, so we're going to try and head down to the Sunset Bar, as we haven't actually had a cocktail there yet. And hopefully, fingers crossed, there's actually some room for us or a space on a table. So, we've been very fortunate and managed to bag this awesome spot. Some very nice couple just left. Look at that view. I think it's cocktail time. Nice cheeky pina colada, Sunset Bar, fabulous view. What more can you want? This has got to be one of the best views in the house. Stroke cruise ship, obviously. Check this out. Hello, Mr. Pigeon.
Yeah.
Is it a pina colada or a strawberry daiquiri? Right, we think it's time to head in for something to eat now. Now, can we get through here? Ah, that door goes into the clubhouse. It's like a maze around Iona. You could get lost for hours. Actually going to head to the quays because I fancy a prawn and coconut curry. Obviously, coming to the quays at peak lunchtime, it's going to be a bit manic. Fusion Asian kitchen. That's a bit of me, that is. This is the prawn green Thai curry with coconut. Just perfect size for lunch, actually. I didn't want anything too big, so looking forward to this. Well, let the empty bowl speak for itself. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. So we were heading back for the room and went past Ripples, and it would be rude not to have an ice cream. So single scoop rum and raisin, yum.
Right, I thought I'd take this opportunity to take the camera and the mic and get a little bit of video for you of the laundrette here on Iona. Now, I also thought I'd take this opportunity to get Hev to do my shirt for gala night tonight. Not because I'm bad at ironing, but because she's pretty good. And I just want to point out, she offered.
Irons like a pro.
So there we go. Anyway, this is the laundrette. You got 2 irons and a heap load of machines.
So after that strenuous morning and obviously the stressful ironing of Andy's shirt, I thought it was time to have a chill out in the sun. Certainly not bad for you. Sit here for a few hours. Nice. Check out my white legs. They definitely need a bit of sunshine. So we're off for a spot of shopping now, or at least have a little peruse around the shops. So let's go and check out what shops they have here. Damn, frickin' bargain. There's a lot of jewellery shops, I'll give you that. Well, shocker, more jewellery. And a few handbags as well. They look very Norwegian actually, don't they? Oh, cute. This is the shop that Andy was looking for, the P&O Cruises shop for a P&O water bottle.
Here they are.
I think he's a happy boy. It's all right, that. There's also on this deck, there's a Shore Experiences desk there, in case you want to book an excursion while you're on board. Right next to the excursions desk, you've got the loyalty and cruise sales. So if you love your time so much and you want another cruise, yes, you go here. So we're heading now to the Crow's Nest because they do a really nice passion fruit martini. We've learnt a lesson here that if you go up to deck 17 at the back of the ship wanting to go to the Crow's Nest, you have to come outside and then along and then back in. And it's a bit chilly today. So next time, lesson learned, we'll go to the front of the ship and then go up. Anyway, let's get a cocktail. First spiral staircase I've come across on this ship. That's fun. And Crow's Nest is such a nice area. If you can get a good seat, you can sit literally at the front of the ship while sipping a cocktail. As you can see, it's extremely popular. Yes, we finally managed to secure some of the high back chairs we had our eye on yesterday. Maybe one day we'll get right to the front. If you're a big fan of cocktails like me, they have got some really good ones in the Crow's Nest. These ones here are available on the deluxe drinks package, or obviously if you pay for them. And the ones on the favourite cocktails here, the more traditional ones, you can get those on the classic drinks package. Sorry it's a bit shaky. We're having a little bit of swell. So tonight is celebration night. So let's get ready. So dinner finished and shoes changed. We've headed to the Sky Dome and as you can see there's a silent disco going on. Unfortunately there are no headphones left at the moment, so we're just hanging out hoping to get some and listening to everyone's absolutely awful singing. But that's part of the joy, isn't it? So that's the end of another great day, and that was day 2, our first sea day. I had a really good, fun and eventful day. Glammed up to the nines. Still don't know what to the nines actually means, but if you know, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, tomorrow we've got our first port day and we're off to Haugesund, something like that. Good night for now and see you tomorrow. Good morning, so it's day 3 and we've just arrived in Norway in Haugesund. So we haven't got an excursion today, but we're just going to go for a little walk later, so we'll show you around then. But first, breakfast. We're heading to the Horizon buffet to try out breakfast there today. The next fun thing is to try and find a table. Very busy. So it's a cooked breakfast kind of day today. So gone with a bit of bacon, sausage, hash browns, beans and fried eggs. Looks pretty good. So it's time for a bit of fruit as well, or breakfast dessert. Quite like these little fruit bowls. Got a bit of melon, kiwi, I think there's a bit of plum in there as well. So these are all my cruise ducks. So me and Andy are going to wander around the ship now and find some hiding places for them. The idea is that people will post when they find them on my Facebook page. Hiding and finding ducks is a really popular activity, especially for the kids on cruise ships. It will pop this right here. Check out how quiet this lift area is, it's just us. So anyway, we're heading off the ship now, just to have a little walk around and have a look at the ship from the outside. Right, off we go. Our first step on Norwegian land, ever in fact. There's nothing like the first view of the ship. Obviously at Southampton you can only see a little bit of it because the terminal hides most of it. But here you can see the whole ship. She's quite a beast. So just next to the ship in Haugesund, there's a hop-on, hop-off sightseeing bus. And then you can also pick up the land train as well. So peaceful here. We've kind of gone off the beaten track a little bit, just, you know, as part of our wander. Looks like that could be quite a busy area over there by the church. There's lots of people milling around. Looks like there's some stalls up there as well. Sadly, we've only been out for about 10 minutes and it actually started raining, so typical. So we're going to head off back to the ship now because we did actually just want to come out, just have a quick look around. So let's head back on board. As you can see, we didn't actually get that far from the ship. Thank God we packed our waterproofs. Quickest cruise stop ever, cut short by the rain. It's like being in England. First thing we've done when we come back on board is get a cheeky cappuccino. But the coffee's never complete without...
Oh yeah, we brought the digestives.
Okay, it's lunchtime now, so we're heading back into the Haugesund buffet as it's really quiet because it's a port day and we're going to have some lunch. I think we're going to have a good choice of tables today, so hopefully one with a view would be fab. Anyway, I'm going to show you some of the food that they've got on offer at lunchtimes. I love salad. I might be a bit weird, but it's one of my favourite things. Certainly got lots of options here anyway. I think I'm going to have a bit of a mishmash as usual. Isn't that the whole point of a buffet? To have really weird and random things all on the same plate. So there is mainly salad hidden underneath there with some cold meats, cheese, a little bit of teriyaki beef noodle and a couple of calamari rings underneath. So yeah, pretty random, but yum. So I grabbed a pudding that's actually peach melba. I haven't had a peach melba for a long time. With the fake cream as well you used to get at school. It's just slung me straight back into about 1986. Really tasty though, but very nostalgic. Right, so we're heading to Brody's now for a pre-getting ready for dinner cocktail. We figured it's a little bit further away from the atrium, so maybe not quite as busy, but actually looks quite busy. So this is JD and Pepsi number 2. So much for one pre-dinner drink. Not even a cocktail actually, but do you know what? I fancied a JD and... I keep wanting to say JD and Coke, but actually Coke is an extra charge on this ship, but whereas Pepsi is included. So it's like, it seems so weird asking for JD and Pepsi, but there you go. That's goodbye to Haugesund. How lovely is this though? So tonight we've got a booking at Sindhu, which is the upmarket Indian restaurant. So we're really looking forward to this. This is the one restaurant we really wanted to try on the ship. So I'll show you the food along the way. So that was the best meal we've had so far on P&O. It was just fantastic. I'd so thoroughly recommend booking a meal at Sindhu. So we're heading now into the Headliners Theatre. So this is our first visit to this theatre on this ship. And we're going to see Joe Little, who is a British comedian who's very funny and even smaller than me. This reminds me of a scene out of Beetlejuice, I think it was. Okay, so it's 11:30 at night, and I wanted to show you this because it's so weird. You know, I've never been up to Norway before, and it doesn't get dark. It's known as the land of the midnight sun for a reason. Anyway, I had an absolutely fantastic day, and tomorrow we're heading into Haugesund, and that's supposed to be spectacular, as I'm sure a lot of you that's been there before can agree with. I'm looking forward to showing you all the views and all the things that we do tomorrow in Haugesund. So it's a good night from me, and see you tomorrow. So that brings us to the end of part 1 of my Iona series, and I hope you enjoyed it. Coming soon in part 2, there's all this still to come. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one.